On episode 7, V-Bros Worldwide Podcast. I don't know if you're listening, you can't see it, but if you're watching on YouTube, I got a V-Bros mug. My buddy Jimmy's mom made this for me so I can stay hydrated during our podcast.
Better be water going in there. If that was my mug, it'd be full of something else. Tell you that much.
I'm excited. I'm excited for this episode because we're going to be talking to Jillian Rossi. She's a new artist, but she's really come a long way in the TikTok game, and she has like the key to cracking the algorithm for TikTok. And I'll tell you, my TikTok game sucks. Like I'm good on Instagram. My Twitter's not bad, but my TikTok is struggling. So we're going to talk to her in a little bit and get some advice on that. And speaking about Facebook and social media, Mom finished off episode 6 by saying she got kicked off of Facebook. Are you back on?
That I did.
Oh, big day.
Right, yeah. And you're back on. What happened? How'd you get kicked off?
Well, I didn't want anyone to know it was my birthday because I didn't want people to feel they had to say happy birthday. I didn't want you guys to write something that people would think, oh, why are they writing that about her? So I thought I would delete my birthday.
Most people love getting all that like love on Facebook, and they'll be like, "Oh, I got messages from my old friends. This is great." And Mom's the complete opposite. Wants to know.
Yeah, your mom, you're the opposite of the average girl that I know. They all want as much attention as they could possibly get on social media, and you're like, no, not my birthday. Change the date.
Yeah. So I thought I could delete it.
Yeah.
And I looked high and low on my page. I clicked everything. There was no deleting it. But I came upon something that said edit.
Yeah.
So I decided I would edit my birth date.
Yeah.
And so I decided to make it January 1st, 2021. So I was a baby.
January 1st, 2021.
Making you what, 18 years old, 19 years old?
Mike, mathematically 2021. That would make her 5 months old.
Wow, math is my thing, and I messed that one up. 5 months old.
I actually didn't think about how young I would be or anything. I just knew I was younger than what I was.
So that's obviously a red flag, though, Mom, because one, a 5-month-old is not on Facebook. Two, this is what a lot of guys like Frankie do is seem younger is they change their birth date so they can be a little bit younger, just not a 60-year swing like you went with there.
I look younger, but I show my real age on social media.
Well,
that's a tough thing. So they probably thought you were a fake account then or something.
Yeah, they said I had done something to my account, and therefore they were taking me off. And if I wanted to get back on, I had to appeal it and do a number of things. And so
what did you have to do?
I had to send 2 proofs that I was not 5 months old, that I was really my age. So I could do my license.
Yeah.
But I felt nervous doing that. So I tried doing it and covering up things. And they wrote back and said, you can't cover it up.
No.
And then I needed a different ID to say I was me with a picture. And so, or a social security number. So I sent them my work ID because I figured a 5-month-old can't work.
And you got it back.
But it took a long time. It took them 30 days to review it and everything else.
Well, since you got back on Facebook, is it possible you can help me reactivate my Tinder account because that's also banned?
Yeah, you mentioned that last episode.
You said what?
Yeah, prefer not to. How did you get kicked off of Tinder?
I don't even know. I think that maybe somebody thought it was a fake account or something. But all I know is one day when I go on it, it says banned. Can't get on it. I've emailed them numerous times, and they just say, at this point, we're not reevaluating accounts.
So this is recently?
Possibly.
And you have a committed relationship right now?
So
this is the most quiet I've ever gotten Mike in.
There's a lot to it that we're not going to talk about right now. All right, good. Mom, so Facebook, how's that going for you? Good. Awesome.
We're going to be talking.
This could be dangerous. Let's change the subject.
Yeah. Mom knows when there's hot water in the area.
Yeah, we're going to be talking to a new artist in a few minutes to learn how to crack the algorithm for TikTok, but it is Father's Day week.
Yeah.
And if you know the V Bros and Mommy V and the V fam, you know that it is a tough week for us because we did lose Big Frank, our dad. It's going to be 6 years coming in a few weeks. This week is not only Father's Day, but it's also his birthday. And there's a lot of amazing dads out there. There's a lot of amazing people that don't have their dads like us. And I know Mikey always has good stories.
Yeah, well, the tough thing, me and my dad were obviously, or our dad were best friends. Mom knows that we were very close. And me and Mom probably fought our most during these times because he was living in the hospital for probably almost 7 years. And I spend every waking hour at the hospital to the point where Mom would make me go back to college. I was going to Stonehill at the time. And I would get drunk and convince my friends to drive me back to the hospital. But there were so many times, Mom, when you would almost like force me out of there. You didn't want me in the hospital as much.
I did. And I worried about you. I I'd make food for you for the week because I didn't think you were eating, and I'd bring it in a cooler. I was scared for Daddy, and I was scared for you. It was a hard time.
Yeah.
But but I learned something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned not to stop you, to let you stay there with Daddy. I went.
Yeah.
I was. I used to. I didn't go to work, and I used to give you time alone,
Yeah.
and then come in with the hopes of you leaving. And one time I went in, and you were lying in the bed. And I don't think Daddy was very talkative nor responsive at this point, but his lips quivered, and you looked at him so sincerely, and you said, "I felt like I was watching TV."
Mm-hmm.
And you said, "Dad, are you trying to say you love me? Don't use your energy up to say you love me. I know you love me." And I thought, parents do so much wrong raising children because you just don't know. And here we were in a hospital room, and everything seemed horrible. But that was the most beautiful moment in probably my parenting career with you, because I knew that my husband had done something so right that you truly believed he loved you. And what more can anyone ask for? From that point on, I knew no matter what happened, your foundation was solid, and I was not going to ask you to leave that hospital again. I was going to let you do it your way, and I was going to watch the beauty unfold.
And I never wanted to. I mean, every moment that I had that I would be available, I would be by that bedside, and I
Oh,
feel
you
like it
didn't even
was.
go to work some days and got in trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember your boss would reach out to me a couple of times, and he wasn't mad, but it's like, just tell Mikey to leave the hospital. It'll be better for him to just step away because we're all trying to pull you out. Mom was trying, I was trying, and you're stubborn. Mikey V is a
Yeah.
stubborn cat when it comes to certain things, but it meant a lot to you to be there. And I mean, looking back, it was tough in me being in California, miles away from this, but I appreciated the fact that Mikey would be there and played the role of me, our sister Mary Ellen as well, and standing there as Dad's kids.
It was almost like a perfect storm for me because I had just gotten fired at my job in Detroit, and I was able to. You were far away, Marielle was far away, and I was able to be home during those times were the toughest for our family and for Dad. And in my mind, like if I had the opportunity to be in Boston, like there's no other place to be than by his side.
That brings up a good
And
point
the
too. A lot
flip
of times in
side,
life,
I've worried about you too, Frankie,
yeah.
because I worried you felt guilty that you weren't home, or that
But
you
I knew,
would come home and you would talk to me, and I'd feel bad that you weren't talking to Dad. It's a hard thing in a family. It's definitely a balance. And as a parent, I had to sit back and watch you guys become yourselves through the whole journey.
and I know it was going to work out because it's crazy how life is, right? Mike mentioned he lost his job in Detroit. And when you lose a job, it's like heartbreaking. You're like, my life is over. What's going to happen next? If Mikey didn't lose that job in Detroit, he wouldn't have been moving back to Boston a few months later. And that was at the beginning of the end for Dad. Ultimately, that's when the downfall really began. So I feel like losing that job was such a positive. And it's like anybody listening to this or watching this right now, realize when you have a negative in life, sometimes it's actually getting you closer to a positive.
I mean, I thought that was the worst day of my life when I lost that job in Detroit. I was
I remember.
Radio. I called Mom crying. We thought I was getting a raise. I got fired out of the blue. And I'll tell you one thing: if you get fired, you want to get fired while being in Detroit. It's not a great place to be. But no, I remember thinking that I'm gonna get out of radio. I'm done with media. It's just not for me anymore. And then all of a sudden I got my dream job to come home in Boston, but even more than a dream job, a dream opportunity to be by my dad's side during the toughest times ever. And I couldn't have written a better book and a better scenario for myself. And I'm just so grateful for that opportunity.
No, it worked out good. And Dad was always like we were talking about earlier, but his nickname was Sarge. He was always there for everybody else.
Man.
He was the man, and he always had a guy who had a guy, and he always got stuff handled. And it was tough to see Dad slipping a little bit in his health because, when he's not the man and I think that hurt Dad more than anything was when he wasn't able to be the man. But Mom said a good point. I think watching that being the man passed down to you, Mikey, sitting by his bedside, it made him happy. When he sits there and even if he wasn't responsive, he knew his son was there. And that's because Dad was there for everybody else. You'd be there. And one of my favorite moments of Dad being in the hospital, there's no positives of Dad being in a hospital, but was the fact that there was lines of people often waiting to see him. All of his friends from the Mass Turnpike and all these people. It was like a revolving door. And every time I would come home and stop in, there would be cannolis and there'd be, sandwiches and all this food because everybody wanted to get back to Dad, which is really cool. And it goes back to
the biggest thing I learned from Dad was take care of those around you and they'll always take care of you. And Dad, every single moment, if you were in his circle or if you were a part of his team, he was taking care of you through and through. And there were so many people that gave him favors, whether it was mom getting free rides from the taxi company to the airport, or us getting free meals, or whatever it was. Dad had a guy for everything, or dad getting me out of jail, whatever it was. He had a guy.
And I feel like now, you know, and again, I'm not huge in the spirituality stuff, but I feel like he's above there, like guiding us. I've had some slip ups and downfalls and changes in my own life. And for some reason, I keep on landing on my feet, knocking wood, that continues. But every time it does, I just look up and say, Dad's up there, making it happen.
He's either yelling at us or praising us. We're not sure at this point. But
sometimes when I feel like it's thundering rain, you know what, I messed up, and it's him up there just stomping around, yelling.
The F words are still flying.
Still flying everywhere. It is Father's Day week. Shout out to all the amazing dads out there. Shout out to those of you that are in our position that have lost their dads and that carry on the legacy. And it's funny because on our podcast, normally I'll be like the game show host, I guess, and I pair up Mikey and Mommy. But now Mom says, Mike, that she wants to lead the game show before we talk to Jillian Rossi and learn that algorithm about TikTok. And Mom came up with a game for us.
Let's hear it.
All right. Well, I'm not very good at this. It was a short chance to practice. But
okay.
I'm going to give you questions.
Yeah.
Do I keep score?
Yeah, you do it all.
Oof, that's hard.
Yeah. Okay. It's a lot of work.
So who do I start with? I'm thinking of a number.
Hey, see, this is too much. As a game show host, you got to be ready. You got to have your questions ready. You got to know who you're going to.
Okay. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 3. What number is it, Michael?
2.
What number was it, Frankie?
3.
It was 2. Michael's first.
Hey.
Ready?
I'm already winning.
Wait. What's the game? You didn't even explain the game yet.
Oh, you have to answer my questions. Right or wrong.
There we go.
Where was Daddy born?
Where, or like where is he? I mean,
where was he born?
Like what hospital?
What town? What state?
Massachusetts.
Okay.
Rosendale, Massachusetts. Rosendale.
He was not born in Rosendale. That was question number 2, though, Frankie. Hold that thought. He was born in Boston.
Mom, you said what state?
Well, I couldn't remember if Boston was a city.
So 1 point for Mikey. Here we go. I'm already winning.
Right. Michael, I'll give you 1. Frank, where did he grow up?
Oh, let me think about this for a second. Rosendale.
Started in the West End.
Wait. You grew up in the North End? West End.
Mm-hmm.
You just said the next question.
Frankie was trying to be cocky and got it wrong.
You threw me a curveball.
Yep.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
And you
all right. Michael, what was Daddy's middle name?
Sal. 2 for 2, baby. On a roll.
Wait. Salvatore.
It's fine. Salvatore's fine. Sal works.
Okay.
Rosendale, West End.
No.
Frankie.
Yes, Mom.
What was his father's name?
Frank.
Frank what?
Frank Salvatore.
Very good.
Look at that.
What was his brother's name?
What was his brother's name, or what is his brother's name? What is his brother's name?
Wow. I'm so sorry.
Poor Uncle Salvatore. Sal.
Sal
Frank.
what?
Sal Frank.
Very good. Frankie, what was the grandfather's name?
This is trying to be trick questions. Grandfather's name was also Frank. There's a whole lot of Franks in this family.
No, it wasn't.
The father was Frank Salvatore.
And the grandfather was Sal Frank. I got that wrong.
They had no imagination all the way back. It just
Frank Sal Frank. Frank Sal Frank. All I care about right now is how many points does Mikey have and how many points does Frankie have.
Michael has 3 points. Frankie has 2.
Which 2 did I get right?
I don't know. I just added 1.
I think you have 1. Mom just gave you another one. God.
All right. Michael. Oh, who's next? Frankie.
No, Michael.
No, let's do Frankie and see if he gets 2 points.
No, we got back-to-back questions.
Gosh, what was Daddy's favorite movie?
Daddy's favorite movie was, how would I know this one? Dad's favorite movie. Adult film or regular film? I have no idea.
Was it Uncle Vinny? Uncle Vinny. What is it?
Rocky.
Oh, Rocky. Yeah.
Hey.
I don't remember Dad ever watching
All right,
Rocky.
Michael, he watched all 6 of the episodes all the time.
Because they're on rerun all the time on
His
PBS.
his favorite scene though is definitely Mikey V in the living room floor. But go on.
That's true. That's from episode number
That
1.
was not a movie, unfortunately.
Should have been.
That,
Yeah,
that was
right.
a life.
Could have been like Kim Kardashian.
All right, Michael, what was his favorite meal?
I mean, Italian, but he had so many different Italian meals that he loved. I would either say it's not Italian. What was Dad's favorite meal? If it's not Italian, I don't know.
Chinese buffet.
Oh, Chinese buffet is a good one though. What would you say,
I was
Mom?
actually thinking
Tripe.
I was actually thinking tripe or chicken. He loved
Yeah.
chicken. He could cook it every way, except for
Yo.
the one way I cooked it on the day back from our honeymoon.
That didn't go very well.
By the way, when Dad used to cook tripe, it used to stink up the whole house.
Smell terrible.
Awful,
Awful,
right?
but then he would start eating it like it's a delicacy. It's like, Dad, what the hell are you doing? Wake up in 5, 6 in the morning, he's cooking tripe.
No, I cooked it.
Oh, then it's your fault that the house
Even
smells.
more scary.
Yeah.
And I made it for our anniversary every year.
Right.
All right. Frankie,
Yes,
what was
Mom.
your favorite place to vacation?
Bermuda.
That one I know. Yeah, bingo.
Ding, ding, ding.
So,
Michael, did he like the mornings or the nights?
of what life?
Life of days.
He was definitely a morning guy.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't make it past 6 o'clock most nights. He'd
Yeah,
just
he's
sleep on the
falling
couch.
asleep.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Michael 4, Frankie 2.
Like that.
Wait, I got 6 to 2. I got one
I
right.
just want to make sure Frankie's losing points.
Every time I go one right, I lose one. You're the worst host ever.
No, I'm not. Look, I kept a good score.
All right.
You're
go
good.
on.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
All right, Frankie.
Yes, Mom.
What's his favorite flavor of ice cream? Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Oh,
You like chocolate?
God. Terrible son.
I don't even remember Dad ever eating ice cream. Like, where are these coming from? That's where he took you on your first date to get some ice cream, and that's all you remember?
No, we went to the racetrack.
Oh, all right. My bad.
But he always got ice cream. He always liked chocolate.
All right, one more question each. What you got?
Oh, Michael, name 3 of his childhood friends.
They all have goofy names. Childhood friends. Was Benny the Hook from childhood?
No, but we'll take him.
I'll take it.
If you said name 3 of his Mass Pike friends, I could do that.
I know. That's why I said childhood.
Bobby
got-
Lynch.
Bobby
Oh,
Lynch is one.
good.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah. I don't know another.
I couldn't tell you others than this. Yeah.
Bobby Gutowski.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
I've heard that name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
How can you ask questions you don't know the answers to?
I do know the answers. Bobby Gutowski, Eddie.
Oh, Eddie.
I knew the answers. I just
And what's Frankie's last question?
Yeah.
I didn't know if I should keep naming them. And all right, Frankie, for your last question,
Yeah.
what was Daddy's first job?
Ooh,
Dad's first job. He's a fruit peddler.
Very good.
wow.
Look at that. Kid's smart. Kid's smart. Used to bag apples and oranges on the streets of Boston.
Well done, Frankie. Still, according to Mom's math, you're down by 1.
According to Mom's math, Mike won 10 nothing.
Frankie has 3.
All right. It's our Father's Day edition of the V Bros Worldwide podcast. We had mentioned about Mom getting kicked off of Facebook, Mike getting kicked off of Tinder, me wanting to learn more about how to become viral on TikTok. And luckily, there's a new singer. She's an up and coming artist from Berklee College of Music. Her name is Jillian Rossi, and apparently she knows how to crack the algorithm for TikTok. And she joins
Which
us
is
right now.
huge. It's not easy to do.
And most people don't have this information, but we have it for you right now. Let's welcome in Jillian Rossi to the V spot.
Hi.
Can you hear us? Oh, we can see you now. There you go.
Yes. How are you?
I'm
We're
great. How
good.
are you?
I'm good. I just got back to my hotel room. I'm in LA. I'm actually from New York, but I'm in LA for like 16 days. So here I am.
There we go. Well, my name's Mikey. I'm in Boston. Frankie, who's in the, I forgot my colors. Red hoodie is in San Diego, and my mom's just
Awesome.
outside of Boston. Frankie will basically lead the conversation, but we're just going to chit chat about Berkeley School in Boston, TikTok, YouTube, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, of course. I'm super excited.
Sounds good.
Inside the V
Thanks for having
spot,
me.
we got Jillian Rossi. So you said you're in LA right now.
Yes, currently in LA.
Are you vacationing? Are you working? What are you doing there?
I am working. I have been in sessions twice a day, every single day. I did a show while I was here, had a couple band rehearsals for that show. It's been a pretty crazy trip, but this is where I'm at.
And the cool thing for us is it all started, it didn't all start, but you went to school in Berkeley here in Boston.
Yes, I did. I went to Berklee College of Music. I graduated in 2020. So in the pandemic, but we made it. We're here.
Oh my God, you're a pandemic graduate. Did you do like a drive-by celebration? We did a drive-by celebration for my mom's birthday last year, actually.
Oh, well, congrats on the drive-by birthday. But my graduation was virtual. Living room, TV type beat.
What was it like going to college senior year in the pandemic? Like, we always say on the radio, hey, congrats to the class of 2021. I know it's hard. Congrats to the class of 2020. I know it's hard, but how hard was it? Like, what was it literally going to school during a pandemic?
Yeah, so I actually graduated in 3 years. So it was like my junior/senior year because I planned on getting out early to move to LA full time. But then the pandemic happened mid that last year of mine. And I've been New York based since leaving, but it was so strange. Like I remember Harvard sent all of their students home, and I had a friend there who was like, yeah, like no school, like we're out, like nobody really thought anything like crazy was going to happen. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't believe Harvard gets to go home. Like they're so lucky. Yeah. And then all the shit hit the fan and everything. Like I was literally taken from my Boston apartment, put in my house on Long Island, New York. And I've been there since, besides this LA trip. So
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then with the music industry now, and I see it, I'm sure you see it, about how social media has changed everything for music, right? And how there's a TikTok and YouTube and everything. Do they teach a lot of classes at a school like Berklee about social media side of it, or is it mostly just musical?
Yeah. So before, while I was at Berklee, there was no TikTok. I mean, I was actually one of the first people, not even to post on it, but to actually enjoy it and be like, yeah, guys, I have a TikTok. I'm watching all these crazy videos on TikTok because I was a big fan of Vine, and I was waiting for a new app like that to come out. And everybody was like, oh my God, you're on TikTok. Do you make TikToks? It was kind of weird, when I was in college, and nobody really saw it as this crazy algorithmic tool until mid-pandemic, when videos would just go viral out of nowhere. And I had that happen to me before. It was music video, my music would go viral, or videos of my music. I had that happen with a weird video I did, doing a Halsey accent or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't know why it went viral, but then I guess I quickly realized the algorithm and all the cool stuff about it. And now I'd say I know a lot about the TikTok algorithm.
You can teach that class at Berklee someday.
Yes, I could at this point.
Hold on. We're talking to Jillian Rossi. Hold on for a second. I know you got another question, but I need to be taught the algorithm. I literally posted a TikTok yesterday. I thought it was really cool, and I got 12 views on it. How do you beat the algorithm on TikTok?
Yeah, so you have to post every single day. I'd start with twice a day and go live every time you post. That's pretty much the first step.
Okay.
And that's a secret I don't tell many people. So
wait. So you're saying go live on TikTok for those that are watching and listening right now. Yeah. What does that mean exactly?
So basically, once you reach 1,000 followers on TikTok, you're able to go live and interact with fans, and your live could end up on the For You page, which means new fans and people can engage with your content from just seeing you on there. And then, usually that could transfer to your videos.
Wow. Posting every single day. That sounds like a lot of content right there. So you post.
It does. It's a full-time job. I really didn't, people knock social media influencers for having a fun life, but you make content, you film, you hair and makeup, you edit. It's a lot. I don't really do makeup on my TikToks, which is funny because on Instagram, it's very photo shoot vibes. Yeah. But I don't know, the no makeup for this interview and on TikTok has been working for me. So I'm just going with what's working.
And do you find that as your TikTok grows, how many followers do you have on TikTok?
So I have 71,000 followers on TikTok. And before Fever Dream, my song that, started to pick up on there, I had 8,000. So it grew a lot. Yeah.
That's even my question. How does it one help the other? So you felt like your TikTok helps grow your music helps grow your TikTok.
Yeah, for sure. And what's been really crazy to see is my TikTok has even helped grow my Instagram, which I find pretty rare. It's been a pretty solid transfer over where a lot of the same people are watching from both platforms and my Spotify followers. So that's really cool.
So wild. Posting every day. You gotta get creative, Mikey, huh?
It's a lot of content to put out.
For sure. And you got to sing at Fenway Park.
Yes, I did. Wow, glad you guys know that.
Oh yeah, everybody knows
yeah.
that. Jillian
Yeah,
Rossi
it's a
sang at
really-
Fenway Park. What? It was the national anthem, right?
No, I sang "Girl on Fire" by Alicia Keys in the
Wow.
7th inning stretch. I was
I didn't know
picked.
that.
I like applied on this Berkeley website, like saying, "Do you want to sing at Fenway Park?" And my mom found it and sent it to me, and I applied. I sent in a song of mine with my voice, and they were like, "Why don't you come into the office and then send us 4 songs that everybody and their mother would know?" And I sent "Rolling in the Deep," "Girl on Fire," and 2 others, and they picked "Girl on Fire," and I was the entertainment for that little moment.
That's awesome. And Fenway's a great place to perform. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely the biggest place I've performed so far, but I don't know, maybe not for long.
What's the goal for Jillian? What's the goal for Jillian Rossi? What are you trying to get into next? Is it finishing an album, getting some more singles out, going on tour?
Yeah, so I'm planning on putting a lot more singles out, and then maybe a little EP. I'm hoping to get signed to a record deal soon. We shall see. So that's like the goal for very soon, and then I guess the long-term goal is all the way to Super Bowl, national anthem, and albums and tour. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we talked a lot about TikTok, and you've been following all these TikTok, YouTube fights and all that, and the Bryce Hall and the Austin one. Did you watch it?
I did not watch it. I've seen little clips of it all over TikTok.
It's everywhere.
I don't know what team I'm on. I just know about it.
What do you think about the TikTok, YouTube battles? I mean, first and foremost, I think it's awesome. I think Triller and everything they've been doing, like with bringing different people into this and the celebrities, and now it's going to social media fights. I think it's changing the game of fighting and also of making money. I mean, I saw that Floyd Mayweather made more in that like 15-minute fight than I think Tom Brady made in like 5 years, something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
What do
I
you
think
about
that it's definitely changing the game. I think it's wild, and people love like that wild factor of like, people beating each other up from the internet. I think it's gonna go far, kind of how TikTok did. It started out kind of like, what is this? But then it just took off, and I feel like it's starting to take off. I love YouTube and TikTok, so I should probably watch these fights.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mom, you got some questions for Jillian Rossi?
No, I'm just amazed at how little I know.
Oh, thank you.
Mom doesn't have a TikTok. We were just talking about mom. She got kicked off of Facebook.
Yeah.
But
Hi.
She has an Instagram.
I was supposed to make a YouTube page, but I never did.
You should. I'm not as good as posting on YouTube, so don't sweat it, but I'm sure it'll be great.
I bet we get mom TikTok famous. Don't you think? Like of any of us on this screen?
I feel like if I started recording her on the regular, she would definitely go viral.
Yeah. Maybe we start doing that when
Awesome.
you guys go out. We'll make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, TikTok famous. Well, Jillian Rossi, we appreciate you hanging with us. Best wishes and everything. How long are you in LA till?
I leave Friday. I've been here since June 2nd.
Oh, damn. All right. And then you go back to the.
Where are you from? Where's your parents?
I'm from New York. I'm from Long Island, New York.
They must be proud of you.
Yeah, they're proud.
Yeah, I bet.
Thank you.
Do they follow you on TikTok?
I'm sure.
All of Long Island or my family?
Your family, your
Both.
parents.
Both.
A lot of like Long Island stations or like podcasts and stuff have been starting to follow me, which is really cool. But my family definitely follows me on TikTok and show their friends and all that stuff. So it's cool.
Well, that's what's up. Well, thank you for spending some time with us, teaching us the algorithm on Instagram and on TikTok. Because
Of course.
we appreciate you. Best wishes. Stay in touch with us as well. And when you do that Super Bowl, make sure that we get the extra.
Yeah. The invite. We're coming.
Awesome. I can't wait. Thank you so much for having me.